James Stewart and June Allison star in the romanticized musical biography of the famed bandleader who was lost during World War II. Join us now for the Glenn Miller story. Anthony Mann directed this 1954 classic.
June Allison was so young when this movie was made. What year was that?
Well, I'll give you a clue. She was 35 years younger than she is now.
Aha. So, well, we were young in 1954, too.
Right. I was only 2. No, yeah. This movie was made in, 1954. Wait a minute, you knew the answer. That's not fair.
I do my math quickly, and I can do my math. We will be going back to the Glenn Miller story in just a moment, but we're in the studio with an important message.
Right, and that message is, if you call 868-1400, it's not too late to join Channel 11, to join all of your friends and neighbors who have been playing their part this evening in helping to bring you, before this, the Glenn Miller reunion, and now this Glenn Miller story. Some of them are James Whittemore of West Franklin, New Hampshire, Rita LaMarche of Nashua, New Hampshire, Melinda Caldwell of Nottingham, New Hampshire.
And I want to thank John Flagg, who called from North Conway, and Stephen Tobin is called from East Hempstead. We've heard from Joanne Goff from Atkinson. Your friends, your neighbors who have been enjoying the programming just as you have this evening, and they made the move to their phones. They made the commitment to become members of Channel 11. The membership, you are the public in public television, and when you sit and you view a program and you enjoy it, isn't that the time to say, yes, it's worth paying for? And that's what membership is all about at Channel 11. It's easy to do. You see the number on the screen. I know it's late, but it's not too late to become a member of Channel 11.
That's right. Not only that, if you call during this movie, the Glenn Miller story, this will be your last chance to get the Glenn Miller reunion album. This is an album of the Glenn Miller Orchestra playing several of the Glenn Miller selections that we heard in the program before this, and that you will hear in the movie that we're playing, including Pennsylvania 6-5000, Tuxedo Junction, and Little Brown Jug, and all of those famous Glenn Miller tunes. And that can be yours. That would be our thank you for a $60 donation by calling 868-1400. But the real thank you gifts that we give to you are the programs themselves. We like to bring you these programs because you want them. This is viewer-supported, viewer-responsive television. Where else do people do what you tell them? Just because we're here to operate in your best interest. Without you, we really have nothing. So call 868-1400, tell us what you want, give us the money to do it, and we'll get it for you. We promise. How does that sound? 57,000 households turning into New Hampshire crossroads. We hope a couple of you are out there right now. I'm here at the goal board to update you on the goal, and here's some terrific news. We've had a terrific outpouring of support tonight. We had an original goal of 100 new members, as those of you who've been watching will recall. We're up to 144, which is terrific, but it's not too late for you to join. This is the last time we'll be talking to you tonight. We'll make that promise. Now, why don't you get up, go to your phone, and promise us that you'll join in a pledge. I also wanted to thank Linnaeus Vance of Exeter. Thank you very much, Marlon and Ted Dupre, Fitzwilliam, Charles and Rona Davis, James Crystal, and Michael Shine and family, and a couple of other people. There's one quick thank you I want to add, and that is to Mr. Gordon Worcester, of Worcester Road, who we want to make a special thanks to him in Hollis, New Hampshire, for pledging. 868-1400, join us, won't you?
That's been a wonderful response to Glenn Miller this evening, going over our goal for tonight. But that's only a very small part of the memberships needed to keep Channel 11 on track, on the budgetary track, as we call it here at the station, to pay for the programs that we all enjoy all through the year. So join in, become a part of the activity, and help pay for the programs that are going to be on tomorrow night and the night after that. And they're wonderful programs. I'm looking at the program guide, which comes to you with every membership of $35 and above. And I'm looking tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. The Mills Brothers story will be here. This is another music-filled biography that you won't want to miss. And that's followed at 9:10 by Entertaining the Troops, which is a tribute to the performers who assisted the American military both at home and abroad during World War II. A lot more music, and oh, and incidentally, the Glenn Miller reunion will repeat at 11:10 tomorrow night. If you came in at the very end of it, you won't want to miss it. Or if you have a VCR and want to tape it, tomorrow night at 11:10 is the time to set that timer. It's all here on Channel 11, and it's made possible by member support. If you are not yet a member, if you've been meaning to do it, if you're one of the many, many who have been thinking about it for a long time, your public television station needs you now. Costs are going up, state budgets are being cut, and yet Channel 11 is pledged to continue the level of excellence that you've come to expect. With your help, those programs will continue right here on New Hampshire Public Television. And
whether you're a fan of Luciano Pavarotti or Peter, Paul, and Mary, whether you prefer dance or drama, Channel 11 brings the shows you want to see right into your living room. From Bernstein to Bogart, from rock and roll to the Met, Channel 11 is your connection to great entertainment. Help Channel 11 continue this commitment to the best in entertainment programming. Call in your pledge now.
Call in your pledge now. There are still a few phone lines that are open, and this is the last opportunity that Dave and I have to talk with you tonight. It's been a wonderful night at Channel 11, thanks to the many people who have called. Why not join in the party?
That's right. All it takes is calling 868-1400. Go over to your phone. This is the last chance to get the Glenn Miller album you see on your screen. Our thank you to you with a pledge of $60 or more. Just tell the operator that you indeed would like that record instead of our usual $60 gift, and we'll send that to you. These operators are volunteers from the New Hampshire School Volunteers, and we appreciate their coming. We're here to volunteer. All that's left is for you to call, and everything will be complete.
We've had some wonderful calls from our current members tonight who realize that costs are going up, and it's an inflationary time, and if you're a member at the $35 level, perhaps this is the time that you'd like to upgrade to the $60, and not only will you continue getting the program guide, but you can take home that wonderful Glenn Miller album still this evening. So consider that, and we call it upgrading or increasing your pledge. And we'd like to thank Ansley McLean, who called from Lancaster, John Young from Stratford, George Gordon has called from Wayland, Mass. We've been hearing from all over northern New England.
We don't even have time to read all the names. There's still a half a dozen more names here. Please believe that we thank you anyway. We're going to have to go off the air pretty soon. But keep calling, 868-1400. Watch us, don't you? And call.